Okay. Hi, Hansh. Uh, the last video we covered the topic of the topic related to this refraction through the prism, right? So there we seen the prism formula, and that prism formula can be modified or changed for thin prisms, and the deviation made by the light through the two refracting surfaces of a prism. So the deviation equation we written for a thin prisms, and the deviation is depends upon the refractive index for the respective light color. Correct? Depends upon that the deviation can be takes place. And I explained the deviation is depends on the refractive index. Refractive index depends on the wavelength of the light in the particular medium. Right? That is a different for different colors. So different color will be having the different deviations according to its wavelength, and wavelength and deviations are inversely proportional. Okay, according to that highest deviation can be takes place in the visible spectrum is violet, and minimum deviation can be takes place by the red, right? So that already I said, that is deviation can be done by this visible spectrum through the prism. That is what it is called as a dispersion. So now in this video we can cover the topic of dispersion of light, and some definitions are there. That is angular dispersion, dispersive power. There are two definitions are there, and those definitions are the terms which are depends on which factors. Okay, that part we'll see. So what is the dispersion or dispersion of light? Dispersion of light. So it is nothing but the process of splitting of a given light into their constant wavelengths or colors. Constant colors. The process of splitting of their individual colors according to their wavelengths, that process is called as a dispersion of light, or simply dispersion. Right? So general meaning of disperse. Disperse means move away, or they'll go away from each other, separate from each other. That is called dispersion, right? Disperse, the general meaning. So here it is a dispersion for respective individual wavelengths for the colors, respective colors, they can be made separated. So that process is nothing but the dispersion, right? So the process of splitting of a white light into their constant colors, or the visible spectrum into their constant colors, is called as the dispersion of light. It is called dispersion of light. So if it is a white light or visual spectrum is passing through a given glass prism. Let it be here I am taking a glass prism. So this is a glass prism we considered, right? And this is angle of prism. It is A. This is what you can call it is a, let it be P, Q, R. So here PQ is the one refracting surface of the prism, and PR is the another refracting surface of the prism, right? So now you can be having the process of splitting of these white light into their constant colors. So here you can be observed, let it be, this is the white light is incident on this first refracting surface. So this is what it is called as the initial direction of the light. This is incident ray, right? So once it is made in interaction with this first refracting surface, definitely it will make a refraction here, right? So at the same time, this light is passing through this. Again, it is also made refraction, right? So there are two refractions can be observed here. So now here the refraction can be, let it be, it is normal. If you drawn towards normal, it will bend now, so that you can be observed here. The light ray can be split here like this, and also here one more I'm drawing like this. So this is in between. This is what it is splitting. The deviation can be takes place more for which one it is for violet. This is for red. Again here this particular rays also made a refraction from this second refracting surface. Again they will be make a bending. Okay, this is what it can be called as a light ray. Here you can be observed to be having. So this is red. This is violet. And also again these also made refraction here, move away from this normal. So like this you can be get, this is what it is refraction, and this one is made again here also the refraction can be takes place like this, right? So this is what you can be observed to be having here. This if you extend it like this you can be having, but this is what it is the refracted or emergent ray with respect to the red color. This is the emergent ray from the second refracting surface which is related to the violet color. So in between these other colors also you can be having, I'm drawing the almost that middle one is the yellow color we can be consider, so that I'm drawing this one more refracted ray. So this is, let it be yellow. So this is what you can be observed. There are different colors you can be get here. Violet and indigo, that is all colors you can be get. Why only this violet one is a highest? Because of its wavelength is minimum, deviation is maximum. So violet, VIBGR you can be get. I am not writing all the 7 colors. I am writing the extreme colors and middle colors I am writing. Right? VIBGR, V, I is indigo, B, blue, G, green, yellow, orange, red. So all these colors you can be get here separately, individually. This process is nothing but it is a dispersion. That is splitting of that white light into their constant colors. So this is incident ray. This incident ray is the white light we can be having here. White light. So or visible light. You can take whatever. White light or visible spectrum or visible light. Because in the light we can be see only visible part, or the light which we can be see is called as visible spectrum. So in that visible spectrum all colors are there, but that all colors are made separated with the help of some device. Here the device we are calling as a prism, right? So prism making the dispersion process, right? So dispersion through prism you can be called it is. So any device you can be used to make this light to be getting separated their wavelengths, then we can call that process called as a dispersion. Here dispersion made by this device which is prism, right? So here violet and red are the extreme colors in the visible spectrum. So here the deviations, if you observed, the initial direction of this incident ray, this is the initial direction of the incident ray, and which can be passes like this. This is the direction of the light ray we have the initially, right? So now in this, if you see, this is the angle or the deviation. This is the deviation made by the violet color. So this is the deviation made by the red color, and this middle one is the deviation made by the yellow color. So I can be say here, this one is the deviation made by the violet, delta V, and this one is the deviation made by the red color. I am representing it as a delta R, and this middle one is yellow color. So that I am writing this is a deviation made by the yellow color, delta Y. So here highest one is which one we have? Violet color. Because already we have observed the lambda for violet is very small. So we can be having here as a deviation as delta is inversely proportional to wavelength. So this is already we seen in the last video, isn't it? So now we can have this one, it is a lambda violet is less than lambda red. The wavelength of violet color is less than wavelength of the red color. So therefore, what I can write, if this one is there, which implies that, so lambda and deviations are inversely proportional. Therefore, what I can write here, deviation made delta V, that is the deviation of violet is greater than deviation of red. So this is what you can be observed according to this only. Here the deviations we got, isn't it? So this is what it is called as a dispersion. Okay. So the process of splitting of a white light into its constant colors is called as a dispersion. So the process of splitting of a white light into its constant colors is called a dispersion, right? Here the process is observed when the white light is passing through this any device you can take. Here I am taking the prism. So from this prism, if this light is passing, that is white light is passing, we can be observed that all color like, that is VIBGR formation you can be get. That is a rainbow formation also you can be seen, no? That rainbow, in that you can be observed to be form all colors, that is violet to red, so that that rainbow can be formed, right? So this process, the splitting of a light into its constant colors is called as a dispersion according to their wavelengths. Okay, now here there are two definitions are there, two definitions are there. What are the definitions we required here? So the definitions are, one is angular dispersion. What is that? Angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. It is represented by theta. Angular dispersion. So what is the definition for this? So angular dispersion is defined as the difference between the deviations of any two colors during the dispersion process. The difference between the deviations of any two colors. Maybe you take yellow or violet or red or violet or sorry whichever may be the two colors when you consider. So the deviations, the difference between the deviations you have to calculate. Any two colors, respective colors you can be take, any two colors. But generally we can be calculated for a visual spectrum. The deviation is a more for or large for violet and minimum for red. So that the extreme colors or deviations difference we can be calculated in general, and it is called as a angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. So angular dispersion is defined as, it is defined as the difference between the deviations of yellow and red color or extreme colors in the visible spectrum, right? So here more deviation is violet, minimum deviation is red. So this delta V minus delta R is called as a angular dispersion, which is represented by theta, right? So that is what it is called, angular dispersion. So I can write this one, angular dispersion is, definition you follow, no, it is just the angle between or the deviations of yellow and, that is not yellow, violet and red. The deviations, the difference between the deviations of violet and red colors is called as a angular dispersion, correct? So here the difference between any two colors, but I'm the difference between the deviations, of any two colors, maybe that is, you can write violet or red in general. The difference between deviations of any two colors is called angular dispersion. Right? So according to the definition, that is, I can write theta is equal to, you take here any two colors, let it be violet and red. So what is the deviations here? Delta V minus delta R. So this is the equation for, what is that? Angular dispersion. But according to the equation for the deviation in terms of angle of prism and its refractive index for the respective colors, right? So here you can be observed to be having this one is as we are having here, deviation of violet is given by mu V minus 1 into angle of prism. Similarly, I can write delta R, deviation of red color is equal to refractive index of red minus 1 into A. This equation already we derived in the last video or last class itself, right? So in the last class only I given the deviation is directly proportional to the refractive index. That equation is, we have deviation delta is equal to mu minus 1 into A, right? Where mu is the refractive index and A is the angle of prism. Now you can be observed. Substitute these two here in this formula. Therefore, I can write therefore the angular dispersion theta is equal to delta V minus delta R. This one minus this. That is, I can write here mu V minus 1 minus mu R minus 1 into A. Right? And just to make this bracket to be open, then what you can be get this one? Angular dispersion is given by theta is equal to, it is mu V minus 1. So minus mu R plus 1 into A, right? So this minus 1 plus 1 is gets cancelled. So remaining value is theta is equal to, it is mu V minus mu R into A. So this is the equation for the angular dispersion in terms of refractive indices of the respective colors and angle of prism. So if you know the direct deviations, make the difference. That is, directly you can get the angular dispersion. But they are not given these values. They are given the refractive index of the respective colors and angle of prism is given. Then you apply this equation, right? So here angular dispersion is given by theta is equal to mu v minus mu r into A. So here you see mu v and mu r, it is the refractive indices of the respective colors and angle of prism. So here the angular dispersion is depends upon which one? Angular dispersion depends on refractive indices of colors and angle of prism. Refractive indices of respective colors and angle of prism based on these two variables, and it is varied. It is means here angular dispersion. Angular dispersion depends on refractive indices of colors and angle of prism, and it is independent of angle of incidence. How we are incident here, that is normally if you drawn this I, angle of incidence doesn't makes any changes for this angular dispersion. So angular dispersion is independent of incident angle. Angular dispersion depends upon the refractive index of respective colors and angle of prism. So angle of prism, refractive indices of the colors makes these theta changes, but it does not depends on the angle of incidence of this white light, right? So this is what it is called as the angular dispersion. What is the angular dispersion? What is its equation? And on what factors it is depends. On what factors it is depends. So that is what we can be having this equation. Followed, right? So this is angular dispersion. What is the dispersion? And why these deviations are different for different colors? So that makes which color will be having the more deviation. So that equation that already we discussed. And now we can be having a term which is called as angular dispersion. It's a definition, equation, and depending factors, right? Okay. Now here I'll tell you one more definition, one more term. Okay, I'm just removing this. You make a note of this diagram. Well, after seeing the video, you draw properly regarding this diagram. Maybe from the video or maybe from your text, but you draw neatly. Okay. Now, so here theta depends on, that is angular dispersion depends on angular dispersion depends on, so first one, refractive indices of respective colors. It depends on refractive indices of respective colors, and second one is, it also depends on angle of prism. Angle of prism, that is A, right? So these two are the factors on which the angular dispersion can be modified or changes or depends, right? And angular dispersion is independent of, here angular dispersion independent of which one? Angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. Independent of angle of incidence. So this is related to this angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. There is one more term is there. That one more term is nothing but we can have, it is dispersive power. What is that? Dispersive power, right? So now you can be observed. So angular dispersion I explained. What is the definition? What is its equation in terms of deviations according to definition? And also it is given as angular dispersion in terms of the refractive indices and angle of prism, and depending factors, independent factors for this angular dispersion. So this is one term. There is one more term is there which is called as the dispersive power. That is dispersive power. So I can put this one, it is next one. I will give you one more term definition. That is angular dispersion is over. Next one is dispersive power. Now you can be having the second one, that is dispersive power, which is represented by omega, like small w. So here we have one more term, that is dispersive power. So what is the dispersive power, and on what factors it depends? What is the equation for this dispersive power, right? So that we can be discuss. So your dispersive power, it is the ratio of angular dispersion to the mean deviation of the two colors. Here, listen carefully. It is defined as the ratio of angular dispersion of any two colors to the ratio of angular dispersion of any two colors to its mean deviation. Its mean deviation is called dispersive power. So here the ratio of, I am giving the definition here, the ratio of angular dispersion, the ratio of angular dispersion of the ratio of angular dispersion of any two colors to its mean deviation is called dispersive power. Right? So this is the definition. So according to the definition, generally we can take the extreme colors. So I can write here. So here angular dispersion, that is omega, is equal to, so dispersion power is represented by theta. Dispersion power is represented by theta upon mean deviation of the two colors. So theta for which two colors I am taking, it is violet and red. Let it be. So therefore your mean deviation is nothing but delta V plus delta R upon 2. This is the mean deviation of the two colors. So theta is for the angular dispersion we are calculating for two colors, violet and red. So the mean deviation of the two colors I am taking here denominator. So numerator is dispersion, that is angular dispersion for any two colors, upon the mean deviations of the two colors. This is mean deviation. This is angular dispersion of any two colors. This ratio is called what it is? Dispersive power. And here we take the violet and red. Here also you write the what is the dispersive angular dispersion of violet and red. So here I can put omega is equal to, already I written just now when we discuss the angular dispersion for violet and red colors. What we got? That is given as here mu v minus mu r into a, isn't it? Okay, divided by what you can be having, this total ratio. So this total ratio is nothing but what you can write, it is the average deviations of violet and red color is nothing but it is the deviation of yellow color. It is the deviation of yellow color approximately, not exactly. So the average deviations of extreme colors is equal to the deviation of yellow color. So that I am putting here, this is a delta y, deviation of yellow color, right? Since I can put here, since why we are writing that one, it is the deviation, the average deviations of extreme two colors is equal to, it is a deviation of yellow color. So you can write here average average deviations of violet and red colors gives deviation of yellow color, gives deviation of yellow color. That is, I can write here delta V plus delta R upon 2 is equal to the delta Y. So this is also you have to remember. Okay. Now according to this one only, I written here in place of this average value, I written the deviation of yellow color. So now I'll write this equation is, therefore dispersive power omega is equal to, what we have here, it is refractive index of violet minus refractive index of red color into angle of prism upon deviation of yellow color. The deviation can be written in terms of refractive index. That is, you can write here refractive index of yellow color minus 1 into angle of prism. I written this delta y is equal to, this is the equation. So in this, what you can be observed is angle of prism gets cancelled. So now the remaining value what we have here, it is omega dispersive power is given by mu v minus mu r upon mu y minus 1. So this is the equation for which one it is? Dispersive power for which colors? Red and violet. So this is the equation we have, right? So the dispersive power for the visible spectrum is given by, this is the equation, mu v minus mu r upon mu y minus 1, right? So in this, is there any angle of prism in the final equation? No. That means dispersive power depends only on refractive indices of the respective colors. It does not depends on the angle of prism. It does not depends on the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, angle of prism does not alter the dispersive power for the respective material. It can be changes the dispersive power related to the refractive index for the respective colors, right? So with respect to that refractive index of the colors can be changes the dispersive power of that color. Okay, so now I can write here this omega is depends only on refractive indices of colors, respective colors, and it is independent of angle of prism, and also it is independent of angle of incidence, right? So that is, you can be observed with the help of this which one, this equation. That means you can write this one, it is mu v minus mu r is nothing but just the difference between the refractive indices of violet and red, and here mu y minus 1, the difference, all are refractive index of violet, refractive index of red, refractive index of yellow. So just it is dispersive power is depends only refractive index of the respective colors, right? And it is does not depends on the angle of prism, and also it is does not depends on the angle of incidence, right? So that you have to remember. So what is the dispersive power? What is its definition and its equation, and the final equation of the dispersive power, and on what factor it is depends, on what factor it does not depends. So that is you have to remember, right? So omega is depends on what? Depends on only refractive indices of respective colors, and omega is independent of which one? Angle of prism, and also it is independent of angle of incidence. Okay, so I'll put here dispersive power depends on only refractive indices of respective colors. So your dispersive power depends on only one, that is depends on refractive indices of respective colors, and independent of dispersive power is independent of first one here, angle of prism, that is A, and also it is independent of which one it is angle of incidence, I. So on these two factors, omega does not depends, and it depends only on refractive indices of the respective colors. Refractive index of respective colors only makes changes this dispersive power, right? So this is about your dispersion, right? And dispersion generally observed for making the color light is absorbed in any given white light. So that process is observed to be having it is a dispersion. So the rainbow is a natural example. Rainbow is a natural example where that light can be separately we can be view, that is a VIBGR, all color light we can be see, which is nothing but dispersion, right? So we can have that example, and in that we are having the two definitions: angular dispersion, dispersive power. Definition, equation, depending factors, right? Okay, so with this dispersion we'll make it close, and the remaining whatever we have we'll discuss in the next video.